Blessings, greetings, non-stressings, seasons, dressings, and all the rest. How you guys doing? What up? Welcome to Body Hat Weekly here on Channel Live, the home of Public Enemy and so much more.
Or Channel Zero.
Oh, you got me, man. That's funny. Yo, I was listening to Channel Live earlier, so there you go.
Yo, and that's another pretty, I guess, arguably overlooked group from roughly the same era as the group that we're going to discuss today. So,
oh, you are so right. Well, first, let's get to the intro, all right?
Rennie.
Turn it up in the headphones.
Body Hat Weekly.
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 Body Hat
Weekly.
Body Hat Weekly.
Moka only.
Davepsy, Moka only.
Moka only. Davepsy,
Moka only.
Body Hat Weekly.
Body Hat Weekly.
Body Hat Weekly.
Body Hat
Body
Weekly.
Hat Weekly.
What are we here to do?
Here to break an album on
It
down.
could be popular, but possibly not world renowned.
The meat and potatoes of a critical sound.
You're bound to like the little bits and isms we found.
We might have guests or might just be us.
But you're invited, so might as well kick it as such.
So y'all sit tight and let's discuss the cut.
Just some musical cues from some fools you can trust. You know,
Body Hat Weekly.
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 There it is right there. Dave Sy, what up?
Hey, yo, how you doing this week, man?
Been busy, man. Super busy.
That's
Super
good.
busy.
I know you've been playing the shows.
Yes, sir. Playing the shows. You know what I'm saying? Spraying the flows. Speaking of flows and pros and all that, guess who I ran into in my neighborhood yesterday?
I have no idea.
Michael Troy 9, Microphone Mike, also known as Micah 9 from the Freestyle Fellowship. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I bum rushed him at the train station. He was on his way to the Yaddle.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Getting an Amtrak ticket. Hey, man, that's where you live.
Fancy that.
Yeah, but it's super dope. As anytime I get to see that cat, I gotta say, for all the illustrious groundbreakers and veterans in this hip hop game, man, he's one of those guys that's always just shown so much love. He's just mad cool. And I've seen how he interacts with everybody else that he encounters. And he lives up to his motto, man. It's all love. It's some real shit.
That's the mantra, right?
Yeah, just getting down to the base of it. Just anytime I get to see that dude and be in his presence is a blessed thing. So shout out to you, Mike and Knight. Shout out to Fellowship. Word
Big
up.
shouts to Micah, Fellowship, the whole Project Load, all Good Life disciples. Man. Hey, and strictly from a technical studying rapper's point of view, as far as being a flow master, I don't think anyone is quite his equal. I mean, he has innovated so many incredible patterns and schemes, and man, he is a study. Academics will discuss him for years.
So I probably told you this in the past too, when we were kicking it or whatever, but in my book, there's the uppest of the top echelon. To me, is two people. Chuck D and Mike and Nine.
Wow. Amazing.
For me, that's what it is. I mean, you could get all technical and talk about the Rakims and the Cool G raps and all that stuff. But for various reasons, which I've outlined before, those are my two echelon. I mean, Chuck D for really making me want to do this shit in the first part, and then Micah for what he brought as far as innovation and vibe.
Yeah. Really, really distinct characters. A little bit of overlap, but not a lot.
No, and that's why I like it. It's disparate enough to be noteworthy.
And game recognized game, right? Like either would say big things about the other, you know.
Positive. So what are we doing tonight, man?
Oh my god. Yo, this album is a big deal to me. Big deal to a lot of people. It's one of the albums that actually like was a catalyst for the forming of my friendship circle in high school. Along with like Yag Fu and a couple more well-known joints. This is
of course
Boogiemonsters' debut record.
Mm.
A fearsome foursome who met in Virginia at college, if I understand correctly, but I think they're all from the Bronx.
I like that you always need to preface the shits with the shits, so I appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes I get all rambunctious and I forget those very important details, like who are the members of said group.
Oh, we should maybe detail those.
Yeah.
So there's a pair of brothers, Mind Trick and Yoda Red.
Yep.
And
Jamaican born,
correct.
Yep.
And who later turned to more religious endeavors. And I want to say rest in peace to Mind Trick, who passed fairly recently. It was either like last year or the year before. I'm not positive. But so
you're very positive. You're very positive.
I try to be positive. But these cats were really dope, and they ended up leaving the group after this album. The two folks that stayed on and who were the main lyricists on this record as well,
Vex the Vortex
and Mondo McKee.
Mondo. Yeah, what up?
And I want to say a happy birthday shout out to Vex the Vortex. It is his birthday today. So
how wild is that? How fitting is that?
We didn't know that when we planned this.
I mean, you should have reached out and like dropped game, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I did. I hollered at him.
Okay.
And he was like, oh shit, it's actually, I hollered at him yesterday and he's like, oh shit, it's actually my birthday tomorrow. And I was like, well, you got to check it out, man. So, and I may or may not have ordered a shirt from him.
Good on you, man.
I want to support and I want Boogie in my home. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, we should say hi to the chat real quick.
I know, but I got to tell you something real quick.
Yeah. Say that. I'm sorry.
You got your rap hands going and everything, man. Oh man. Oh. Woo.
The flow fingers.
Yeah. You ever had somebody come up to you and be like, "Oh my god, I didn't see you forever. Are you still rapping?"
Yeah. So
you still rap dancing?
Rap dancing. Are you rap singing?
I was gonna say, okay. So I bought this project right when it came out in 9.4. And I liked it, man. I was cool with it, like for sure. I can't say that I continued rocking it throughout the years. Somewhere along the line, I lost the tape, and like being an MC, sometimes we just forget about shit or whatever. So when you and I talked about doing this for this particular episode, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this shit again, but I want to go in cold because I want to be surprised and I want it to be apparent while we're doing the show. Maybe you'll see it on my face and be like, oh shit, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. It was tough to keep away. Like I really wanted to like peep game and get back into it. I mean, I did go back in and watch the debut single video, of course.
Recognize.
Yeah, thresholds, negative stress. Yeah.
Look, I am excited for you to rediscover this album.
Yeah.
I'm excited for anybody who's tuning in to discover it for the first time or to just ride through it with us because they already know it and it's fun. And this is one of those ones where like you can be in a circle of hip hop heads and this can be in the tuck, like one of your best kept secrets that folks don't know about.
Be in the tuck.
Be in the tuck. Like everlasting.
Racism.
Son.
Is that like a St. Louis thing? Is that a St. Louis thing?
Is that STL slang? I don't know where I get things from. Maybe.
Well, yo, it's all global now, clearly, because everybody seems to share regional slang right across the board. Oh, look, there's a lot of people in the live right now saying things, and I haven't even kept up. Hi, live. How are you?
Couple things. Heathen Deluxe, what up? Says East Coast Far Side. I get that. There's a lot of I think there's a lot of similarities in vibe and approach, probably.
I heard that title slapped on a number of groups back then.
Yeah.
You know, like cats that were, you know, presenting like the more zany fare. I heard that Far Side comparison thrown around a little too liberally, you know what I mean?
I think that's true. But
whether it was a y'all so stupid or a question mark asylum or who was what's that you say about the West Coast? You got flavor, you got maple. What was that?
You got maple.
Another level. You got mayonnaise. Yeah.
You got marble.
Hold up. Is Ron Contour inspired by Ron Burgundy? No. Ooh. If anything, probably like Cool Keith, because when I came up with the Ron shit, Keith was like in his biggest bag of aliases ever, and I was like, I want one of those.
I thought you were going to say, if anything, the other way around.
Ha!
Yo, Ron Contour predates Ron Burgundy, though.
Yeah, he does by many years, many years. So there, ha!
What more can be said? I think listeners who are unfamiliar will be very struck by the production. This was one of the first groups to have lots of live instrumentation all over their album.
Pork marbles.
And a couple early contributions by the legend known as Scott Storch on this record. So
I have forgotten about that little detail. Yeah. Well, we're wasting time. We're wasting time right now. Let's get right into it. All right, with Juggernauts. Juggernauts, baby. Check this out. Eat a nipple.
Heartbeat.
Welcome to the block of the mighty Juggernaut. What you got, Juggernaut? God Almighty split the hydrogen in two. Vex took an oxygen, grabbed the mic and blew. Typo massacre at a 1,000,000-man crew. Loud, red lock, Juggernauts coming through. Beyond the deep blue aroma, don't wanna mention 10,000 fathoms of fall from Atlantis when I ride this from Dennis. We'll take a pill from my perspectives of vortex shooting through the universe. I enter bliss when it kisses abyss. These be the winds of strife. 7 million cells of stress from my life. That's a turn the watts in my lungs as I ignite God's sound. Cutting through the devil like a knife. Elements I flow, watch the wind blow with the check for a wreck. So what the heck? Desolation of the wicked when it comes. Vex Jah soldier bring war on the drums.
Yes, I move like the liquid Juggernaut. Come to take all that you got. Break a rock with my many diversions of the bong and the tang. Internal coast, just the open style hand combat. Roach killer and the heat from the chiller. Bigging up the Lord like Michael Big up Thriller. Disaster of the soul, yes you can, you control. Sanctify and behold the underground throne. Tumbling down the building. Righteous
down the building, not up a building.
One lecture overcame speaking out to Nova.
Elevated.
Straight in aberration, yes. Last generation don't believe. Read Revelation. See the situation like as a constellation. Just like inflation, never looking back. Switching up the text like train switch the tracks. Present Holy Ghost come tingling down your back. We eat up the mess about the Dutch with the rest. We preach in a song, we no fear no one.
Welcome to the block of the mighty Juggernaut. What you got, Juggernaut? Welcome to the block of the mighty Juggernaut. What you got, Juggernaut? Welcome to the block of the mighty
rock of the mighty Juggernauts. What you got?
Yeah.
man.
So smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, man. The one thing that I do remember from my old listening sessions when I had this was I really did think the production was lush and unique.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't listened to this in so long. I have to listen to some more as we go along to give a proper dissertation of iration. But yeah, that's one thing that stood out in my mind was, the production was on some it was some smoked out shit.
Yeah. Which interestingly, I don't recall hearing any talk about herb on this, and it seems
Didn't need to.
It seems from the personalities and just like the subject matter and the things they talk about, I think if I'm a guessing person, I would
Guess.
think maybe they didn't touch that stuff, or if they did, they moved away from it pretty quickly.
Or they're more, maybe they're on the tab tip, like Curious.
Well, I mean, this sounded like that.
Or
too, except there's
maybe
such
they were on the rumple tip. Listen to the mushroom talk. Listen to the mushroom talk. And listen to the mushroom talk.
Maybe. Well, I mean, there's definitely some like Jimi Hendrix notes.
Yeah.
On this record.
Or they were all divinely high off the natural supply.
This is kind of what I'm thinking.
Whatever the case is, they was on some other shit. Definitely on some other shit.
Totally on some other shit. Some real ethereal freaking. But don't let the mellowness like psych you out, because they're doing some stuff lyrically that is innovative, not as straightforward as it might initially appear. And
that's a good thing you just said, because I always remember that in the past through the 90s, whenever MCs came out with any sort of, little sidebar mysticism, weedism or whatever, those things tend to sometimes overshadow the actual skills.
Yeah. And they got them. There's skills in this. The next song is the big one. This is the one. If there are people who only know one Boogie Monster song, this would be the song.
Milk.
And the video was hella cool. And this was the first thing I heard of theirs, and it struck me immediately. I don't know about you. We can talk about maybe first impressions after we run it, but
I'll say yes, because when I seen the video, listened to the single, that's what made me run out to the record store and spend my hard-earned Amaros on the shit.
Amaros.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
davepsy, let's go.
Run it.
Plus, that's a silly hook.
So
the best way possible.
Yeah. Immediate Beasties reference with the vocal filter.
Good ear.
I can see your only eyes locked into your skull. My backbone is stone, and when I roll, my mind is full. Guess who? I'm swooping through the air like pestilence. I know your nerves are shot, it's in this height from my presence. Got the aura of a gazelle and roll like an ox. I linger in the air and make my vocals bust shots to your dome. I'm thicker than the junkie's nostrils, pointing the membrane of the party nucleus of the brain. The cytoplasma is getting fatter as it grows, and the expansion of the throat so blow the trash out the nose, dig within. Your mental will extend upon arrival of the truth and spiritual. You hear it, nigga, you'll get loose. So like the wake, and let's get busy like a stick and TNT. I override the threshold and take it back to the sea. Who can it be? Entering the party, I grab the microphone and move my body.
Well, I came through the door. I said it before. I never let the stress get me down anymore. So as we walk through the threshold, a snake in the grass. I put a superstitious
picture is frozen.
With the
Yeah, what up, y'all? Dave Psy has left the building, but he said he's resetting his shit. I guess his modem had a collapse of sorts. Man, I miss that era too, Antoine. Like shit, it's so palpable. I guess that's why, I prefer, if I'm listening to rap, I prefer to listen to the 90s shit. And I'll admit it. If anybody came up to me and was like, yo, you stuck in the 90s, I'll claim that. I'll take that proudly, you know what I'm saying? Because there's just nothing quite like it. And for the people that love the music of that era, but were not fortunate to come up in that era, I mean, I truly feel for you. In the same way that, when I go back and look at great jazz performances of the late 40s right through the 1960s, I mean, I feel it and I understand it. And I wish I could have been there, but I wasn't, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm rambling. Dave Psy is back with his Campbell's tin, and he just ambled in.
Thank you for holding it down.
Man, I hold shit down. Lovely.
So, yeah.
That was negative plus. Oh, man, you're freezing again. Dave, your modem is hating you tonight.
Is it?
Your internet is hating you. Mine's crystal clear. Nothing to fear. Flavor in your ear. Craig Mack, shellac, the back.
I guess I owed you one.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let's get on to the next track, man. We only got limited time here, man. I got meetings to go to. I got shit to do.
Let's run it.
We can come and we can boogie, baby. Baby, we can come.
Oh yes! Oh shit! I remember. Oh,
this is Scott's story.
Yeah, man. This is Storch. During Storch's root. And I can hear it now that you say it.
Yeah.
slap her on the back, she call me strange. Just a knack, whack. Give the dog a smack of the water from the floor, nigga pack like that. It's the cool thing, I'm down to move your pen there. Smooth like ice, the rebel is nice. The man that won the challenge, so get up off my back like a herb. I'm nice with the head spins, fresh just the bird. When the blue cow jumps up with the moon and it's blown. Perfect, so yo, the red pine, trick the bond, will make it.
Great verse.
Like this.
Tell me about that song, Dave Side. Tell me,
Man.
Tell me some shit.
I love that song. Such a laid back groove, like a mature groove.
You know what I want to hear from you?
What's that?
I want to hear drop a couple little nuggets of like where you was at this time. What was you doing? Who were you with? Like how did you associate this music when you look back?
Yeah,
your own timeline.
Know
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
This was like, I think this came out when I was still in St. Louis, but very shortly before I moved to Toronto. And so this was like, I mean, this came to me on the tails of my first like foray into things like Far Side and Souls of Mischief and what else? Artifacts and
there's one more.
One more? What am I missing?
The Riggedy Roots, y'all. The Riggedy Roots.
The Riggedy Roots. Well,
in fact,
I think I had the Roots after this, actually.
No, but I'm saying it's of that ilk.
Yes, and there's definitely a through line.
Live, Is This Will says, totally sounded like Do You Want More? And I agree with that analysis.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that.
Golden Brass Chalices.
I also think
Alice with Malice.
Malice in the Palace. Nice. Well done. There's also a little bit of Diggable Planets.
Sure.
Especially, and I don't just mean like music vibe. I mean the way that they approach some of their stylings. Like, even like on the second hook of this particular song, when I don't know if it's Mondo or Vex, but he's going funk like this, funk like that over the hook, and that feels Diggable-ish to me.
Don't you miss the era of like those type of ad libs and hooks? Like you could just really hit them with the generic, but it was so captured within a moment in the spirit that it never played off as generic.
Yeah, right. And as long as it's stylized, it hits, Yo,
but I still do that shit, dude. I count on that type of stuff, man. Let me catch wreck. Let me wreck shop. Let me, let me do the 1 2 to the 2 to the 1.
But you got a pin on it. You got a pin on it. It's authentic. It's not contrived. You can tell,
Yeah, word up.
That's yeah. What else was I going to say about this? Oh, I find this interesting, and we're going to see this a few times through the course of the album. So Mondo, I think more often is the cat that has sort of the high pitched, Booty Brown register, like rapping voice, and Vex is often the more laid back. But they flipped it on this one. And Mondo was more relaxed. Mondo is my name, MC, and is my soul. And that's cool. Like they've reversed roles in several places on this album. And it's something I wasn't hip to at first. At first I was like, man, I can't figure out which is which. And this is why.
Unique, sweet. Music appreciation. Let's go.
Yeah. Ooh. It's almost an interlude.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her. I'm my best when her thickness surrounds me. I'm blessed by her.
I remember this shit.
Yeah.
who she be. Infatuated with the many styles of she. I wish I could undress her. I wish I could caress her like she does my soul, but I am so much lesser. She's always there for me when I need her, like my mom. Relaxing on my
There's a
drama.
good
I come
smattering
into
of the
my arms,
funk
it's so deep that very few people understand
Very much so,
how she
especially in the
came
bass
into my
lines.
life and made me into man. Many thresholds of negative stress.
The content on this one, though, the subject matter.
If you was in the physical, you would be the best. With
You can
lips
get credit
and
for
eyes
it.
and hips and thighs and breasts. I pour you in on too much to take it one time. I push you from my mind. I put you in a rhyme so everyone can get a little taste of your sweetness. Too much passion for self missions and completeness. I treat this as my first and last and only love. My chocolate companion descended from above. In and out I glide and slide, losing the rhythm. I sent you here for me, so this can't be forbidden. But you wanna be on me, and I know I gotta get over she.
You want to join? Let us know.
Hell yeah, welcome anytime.
You can freak the tracks, but you can't settle down. The world brings me pain, but she'll take that pain and use it. She's underwater, I guess. Women just can't love me like music, sweet music. Music, sweet music. Music, sweet.
It's totally jogging my memory in so many ways because, you know, I was in my own little danky period back then,
Yeah.
drifting, set adrift on memory bliss
Thank you, Is This Will, because I was just about to get to that.
and memory ticks.
Is This Will says also the year that Common put out Resurrection. And this is what I want to say. Because if you
Okay.
listen to the subject matter of this song, he is
C-Doc, you're
talking-
right.
Yeah, they did do one more album as a twosome.
Yeah, gruesome twosome.
The subject matter of this song is talking about hip hop as if it's a woman. Now, where else did we hear that?
I never heard that before.
This album came out in August of 2024. The lead single of Resurrection, entitled I Used to Love Her, came out in September of 2024.
2024.
Oh, sorry, 1994. Where are we? Who am I? What is this?
Yeah, man. I
Oh.
often ask those big questions.
I don't care what year it was. This came out a month before I Used to Love Her.
And
That's what I'm saying.
and then later, a couple years later, we had the homie Danny O with Dear Hip Hop, which is, you know, sort of in a similar
that's
frame.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Totally. Shouts to
Toronto-
Danny O,
Toronto's-
man.
Shouts to Danny O, Toronto, what I.
Folks outside of Canada might not really understand the significance of that or have even heard of it. And if you don't, check for it. Danny O, all one word, Daneo.
Yep.
Dear Hip Hop. First of all, he made the song when he was like 15 or something. Like he was young. And
He made it when he was 7.
sorry,
When he was 7.
when he was 7. Probably. I think that's when he was like first on Rap City or something like that.
I
Dan,
remember.
like Canada, the Canadian hip hop scene watched Danny-O grow up because
Mhm.
he was on Canadian Rap City from a very young age and kept.
And I
reappearing.
remember the first time seeing him on the shit, and he was. I was, oh look, they got a kid rapper, but he wasn't. He
wasn't
like
a kid rapper. He was
like
nasty.
just one of those small cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like he
Yeah.
was, you know, I think his first time on there was maybe 12 or 13. And he was like, but he already had flows like.
Okay,
Kane.
so he was a kid
Like,
rapper.
he was nasty.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm getting on the age and the timelines mixed up and all that.
Yeah. But anyway,
Anyway.
I say that to say
Well,
that
Well, anyway, I say this.
that song took him a lot of places and really kind of cemented him in the history of Canadian hip hop. And it was one of
I've always hated that blanket term.
I know it sucks, but it's real. It's a different country, you know.
You've never heard me ever prescribe to that analogy. Ever.
Nah, we shouldn't. You know, nobody should be limited by that. Absolutely.
But at the same time, you're right. I mean, coming from a land where, it took a long time for the scene and culture to catch up to what was popping in America. Like for sure, we had to stamp our own identity on it, or at least some parts of the country definitely did.
Yeah, and by default, the industry set up some barriers that really made Canadian artists feel like they were stuck in Canada.
It depends, though, what route you went, because I didn't go that route.
Well, yeah, you went indie, which makes a huge difference.
I went indie, West Coast, California based. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You were up and down the coast. Man, road tripping was everything.
Yeah. Amtrakking.
Amtrakking, yeah.
Let's get to the next track, brother.
Yeah, do it.
Let me flex this.
We're changing tones drastically now.
We are.
This song used to give me the willies. Pause.
The devil's gonna try to stop the track. Keep on coming back, man. Keep on coming back. The devil's gonna try to stop the track. Gotta hold her back, man. Gotta hold her back.
The devil sees the world as a girl from the back. Eyeing, sighing, dying to get a crack at the middle. So he kicks a quick little riddle. She knows he's got game, but she lets him feel and fiddle. Her name's Earth, once a virgin, but now demons got a split. And Lucifer is next to give the stun a hit. Got a mom to eat the evil apple back in the day. Now he's got Earth bended in the 69er split. The seed is in position, so he flips it in the mission. Now the number's 66 and he's getting off his kicks. He can't reach the climax for the shot of his son. Antichrist traveling through the tract of his gun. He thinks of the sex and the E becomes an I. So now there's 3 6s and it's time for Earth to die. She's addicted to the evil, a freak to say the least. And now she's giving birth to the mark of the beast.
Now the seed is growing, flowing down the uterus or the core, making the earth hungry, making the hooker want some more, causing devilish offspring, fighting the message that we bring, defeating lives, driving on the many souls that can sing. Hysteria, living in the area, a strictly 666. You need the mark to buy your food, clothes, and kicks. Niggas pick sex and live inside reflections of their flicks. No looking back, I know you feel the track, my baby stick. It's gonna be the nation under one groove, the world under one move. The Christian followers temporarily lose, but only in goodwill, cause there's still more to feel, my brother. I tear as I watch the devil's baby kill my mother. Must I walk alone? There's just too many stones in my path. I can't stand the
Rhythm
rain,
track
I feel the pain
dope.
as he laughs. I can't stand the rain, I feel the pain as he laughs. I can't stand the rain, I feel the pain.
Yeah, we
as
know
he
that
laughs.
shit, that
The
break.
mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. Never ever ever take the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. Never ever.
Oh, there's that song.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's it's a downer, but it's like
Look what
it's still ill.
Mindbender said. Look what Mindbender said. Pure New World Order anthems for the mid
For the
90s.
mid-90s, yeah.
Was that not the truth, man? Was that not the truth, man? Like, yeah, as this Will says, cell therapy. You remember how hard that shit hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But with a track like Cell Therapy, it wasn't quite. I mean, this song, it cool and all. It's very cerebral, right? Cell Therapy kind of like went right to the,
Right to the meat and potatoes.
the meat and potatoes, throwing
Yeah.
potatoes at the wall, bouncing my bowling balls for y'all.
Oh man, CeeLo's verse on Cell Therapy is an achievement, though. Good God.
Yeah, let's totally talk about Goody Mob.
Anyway, Goody Mob, Boogiemonsters. It all works.
Let's keep it rolling. Yeah.
The ride from the storm, they don't know the wind. The ride from the storm, they don't know the wind. The ride from the storm, they don't know the wind. The ride from the storm, they don't know the wind. The ride from the storm, they don't know the wind.
It's like when I entered Alter States, I had to change it to United, cause I did come from a different way. Called Jamaica, where I discovered that I was left with my brothers. So guess what? We did have to grow up and live with one another. And then we hung and listened to the music and the words that were sung. Oh yeah, I mean, I even often switch your tongue. It's like music, chilling with the music. Yes, me, I go take the music, then me, I go choose it. Then me, I go ooze it, then play the flute with the drum and the bass. Where I kept the reggae pop, maybe precipitate. If
Do you hear a flute? I don't hear a flute.
So I remain inside your brain like a pain. So sustain my energy inside a woven piece of cloth. When I take a look,
Yoda Red raps on this one.
to my tongue, and then I get with the air from the nose and take it to my kidneys.
Brothers bisexual, am I trisexual? If I think a brother's ugly, am I homosexual? If I'm speaking on the subject, does it start when I begin? And what
Wow.
if I only like women? Am I lesbian? Two entities dwelling me with your bum is thinking. My soul full, my spiritual, the maximum is sinking. From any whip water, just distorted it. I order it to stop. I pick the thoughts.
Not everyone was able to talk about that.
I don't remember that.
When I get a bit to prove my manhood, should I rag it? If my hero gets high, and I know that I can stand to be, should I shine, should I smoke, will the inner man in me protrude? Let them know you're coming through your road. Here comes the rhythm, runner searching for some more. So I get off the subject, and then I go off on my own tangents. They say, where did my man went? Where did it go? How did they get the flow, and where did they get it from? I'm a hunting, we will come. The robber from the altar states of consciousness and thought. One day I'm leaving Babylon, I tell them where you walk.
The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way. The ride from the storm, they don't know the way.
Is it funky enough?
Most definitely. How about the guitarist just soloing through the whole damn song?
Would you ever want to go back and do an episode on DLC album?
Oh, definitely.
Bruh!
He's sort of the poster boy of Overlooked, is he not? Like, damn, he was overlooked by his own crew. Shit.
I'd be hella into that, dude, because that album was
unbelievable.
That shit was an edifice in my early iteration of MC penetration.
I don't think anyone was better at rapping than him at that time. There were people on his level. I don't think anyone was above his level at that time.
Like out in the industry, yeah, okay, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, he was doing crazy stuff and
crazy shit.
You know, he's one of those like Texas to California transplants that brought such an interesting flair to the crew that he was in. I say one of because another one who I have great admiration for musically is extra prolific Snoop.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's funny. I was thinking about this today. It jumped in my head. It's kind of funny. Like the extra prolific had the name extra prolific, but they're kind of like far from that.
Right. Well, yeah. And also it was him, but it was also him and Mike G.
Yeah.
And then Mike G turned to comedy, actually. And,
that I did not know.
And Snoop kept the name. But that's for another episode. We'll definitely delve into.
You know, I've been really warming up and I'm wanting to do that one too. So we really must get to it.
Shouts to both Snoop and Mike G. I am proud to say that I have had a decent amount of interaction with each of them, and they've both always been mad cool to me. So
what's not to like? Look at you. Listen to you. What's not to like?
You know, sometimes you should not meet your heroes. Sometimes it's okay.
You know what? I hella agree with you on that, man. I'm never going to be naming no names publicly, but there's definitely people that I met, and it was like a big disappointment.
Oh God, isn't it such a letdown when that happens? When you're just like, you're awesome. I want to acknowledge your awesomeness, and they're all like, get off my shoe.
My shoe. Yo, you know what? It at a certain point, I didn't ever want to meet no other rappers anymore, like unless it was just some completely organic, cool shit. You know what I'm saying? And I still kind of maintain that to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Let's do track 7.
Yo, is this Will? I agree with you, but that's Pep Love.
Honey lives in Gotham. Honey lives in Gotham. Honey lives in Gotham. Honey lives in Gotham.
Second or third single?
Honey lives in Gotham.
Second, I think.
Was it?
12 o'clock on my block on a hot summer's day. Asiatic dragonflies passing by my way. Sister Africa with Oriental eyes, here she come. Ebony rose from the earth, getting darker in the sun. Coca mocha cup, let your brown sugar with a smile. Sun shower soothing.
I hella remember this.
So good.
The love is a vibe. Cooling in the park after dark with the tribe.
And we back with the organ again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, chilling with the dreadlock crew. Oh yeah, respect to every black woman. I'm standing on the street watching you. You know how we do. Chilling in the aura effervescence, just me and you. How we got them, baby, you fine. I think that I'm losing mine.
Here we go. Call it if you tell me don't. Come and feel me flow.
Ah.
Here we go. Tell me don't. Come and feel
Oh
me
yeah.
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 Oh snap, man.
I think this was first though.
Way first.
Yeah.
Way first. By years.
Black complexion, you draw me like a magnet when you smiling. You check me cause I'm native, might you be from the islands? The eye of the beholder, and hand to you, you're precious. For me, my man is I trust I need it, I'm clocking. Right on time, it comes
Eye of the beholder.
I'm not the man, she has an aura of intimidation. If I could know your name, perhaps tomorrow we could grow. Your eyes don't lie, I'd be your great African hero. He who breaks the barrier would be your one successor. I'm claiming you my chief because I'm fresher. At night I pray to God, we'll walk a path of righteousness together. Naturally grow.
Yeah,
My
that
dip
Johnny
don't be
does sound
smoking.
like a
Patience is the virtue, so I wait around for you. Honey dip in Gotham, I know there's but a few. Give me a day in the life for you, you smile with contemplation. Starting off the evening with some pure conversation. My honey dips in Gotham. Honey dips in Gotham. Honey dips in Gotham.
So you telling me there was a video for this single?
There was a video for. They had 3 videos. There's one for
How-
for Strange also.
Yeah. But I didn't see a video for this shit.
No, it's out there.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of music videos that for one reason or another I missed back in the day. And that's the great thing, like they all end up on YouTube eventually.
For sure. Ultra Mag, what up?
Is Ultra Mag in the house? What?
He's in the house. But yo,
yeah.
I want to do something. Can I do something?
Oh no. Do it.
All right, hold on. Let me pause the playback of this shit.
Bro,
Ready?
what was that?
That was us on my other computer. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
Are you running some kind of tech center? What are you doing here?
Basically, I have a whole.
I'm the beholder of the eye, and I behold and comprehend everything that's in my field of view. Once the end of the end, we send the message to the blind on how to find the light. We come forward as contact hands on your third eye. I'm the beholder of the eye, and I behold and comprehend everything that's in my field of view. Once the end of the end, we send the message to the blind on how to find the light. We come to put the contact lens on your third eye side. With the eyes and analyze the scheme. The only pupils agree. We make contact, but it's a brief. Not a piece to fantasize like a beast. Already funky, yet reasonable. It's not reasonable. Pedals of stalking and the kettle on my body into the steam.
Okay, that's it. That's all you guys.
Thanks,
said.
man. Thank you.
I hope that the sound wasn't too awful. Speaking of Danio, that was his brethrens from Monolith, IRS Earths. Their song "Eye of the Beholder," which samples the line from this Honey Dips in Gotham song, "Eye of the Beholder couldn't handle you, you're precious." And if you guys don't know "Eye of the Beholder" by Monolith or IRS, I cannot stress a song more. It gets my highest recommendation. That song. Those were my big brothers in the Toronto scene, and oh my God, that song.
Yeah, personally, shout out to D's, man. D's what? Corey D's.
Yeah. Corey D's Black Cat tracks.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
Yeah. Flexing flavor. Oh man. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this trip down memory lane right now.
Memory lane.
It's the tits,
I
bro.
enjoy that.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta send that song to Vex. He might not know it exists. They
You
should
should.
know when they've
Look
been
at you. I'm just gonna go ahead and just send the song to Vex. That's tight, man. Yeah, you should. You really should. You should. Let's speaking of singles, let's get to the next joint, man.
Geo.
Strange. You thought I said Starang, didn't you?
Starang Wonder.
We'll get to that one too. Right?
Sure.
Come on. Oh yeah.
Cameo.
Yeah.
Folic acid.
Weird vocal levels on this album, though.
Yeah. Silent.
Well, I'm beyond critical mass. Feel the lyrical blast. Next the vortex, man up the task. Living in the present and walking in the future. H2O's, the flow is out the lucha. 21 years now I stand as a man. Drinking from the ocean, crushing mountains in my hand. The natural one. 84 seasons I have run. Wisdom goes to those that see the sun. God, iniquity splitter. Any black man draws the blood of another is a quitter. A boy to go and get his freaking babysitter. On me in dreadlocks, throw devil in the pits of purgatory. This is second order that you told me in the range. Boogiemonsters coming strange.
These kids are nice.
For everyone joining us right now, I hope you enjoying this experience. Not just joining us and being here to shoot the shit with us, but with the music, man. The music, man. It's all about the music, man.
Y'all got to admit, there's some quality stuff in here, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Where did we go wrong? When did we go wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Hey, look, it's Brady. Mr. Brady. Shout out to Mr. Brady. Brady's
Brady in
on
the house?
right now. Look at him go.
Yeah.
Mr. Brady. Look at Big Brady 3, man.
I think we have to do a Helter Skelter album. Undoubtedly.
Brady, you got a new album dropping next week, don't you? Oh, guess who got an album dropping this Friday? Guess who got an album dropping this Friday? Me.
Is it the Myopic Buble?
Myopic Bubble LP dropping this Friday on UrbanNet Records. We are doing the vocal versions coming out first, and then in a couple weeks digitally, and then we're dropping the instrumental version, and it will be available on cassette and CD also. I'm pushing for vinyl, but we'll see, man. It's such a long turnaround for physical product. You know that how that shit goes, right? But anyway, I'm excited. As
me too.
It's a great album, man.
And you should be too. Hey, I ran myopic bubble back a few days ago for the first time, probably since the year it dropped. And speaking of mellow releases, like that is one of your most mellowest, if not the. You definitely like get into a zone on it, and I enjoy. So
hey, you know what?
Maybe you guys
so check this out. Last week, actually, I went to Victoria, BC to do a concert, and I did the entire album start to finish as the concert.
Oh, that's dope.
It was crazy. You know what? I'm doing it again this weekend in Whistler, British Columbia.
It's a good way to promote it. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm smart, man. I'd be selling millions of units, man.
Whistler's a fun place.
Yeah, we'll see how they get into the ultra mellow stylings. We'll see.
Yeah.
can't tell, man. Sometimes, you know, it depends, man. The audience, man, like you just got to be happy with what you get and work with what you got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want them to fall asleep on the hill.
Brady said, "You get an album, he gets an album. We all get albums. Check under your seat. Check under your seat. We all get albums."
On some Oprah shit.
Yeah, no, we got
the Nopra. Oh my god. Should we? We probably should.
Nopra Winfrey. God. We got to do at least one track called Nopra Winfrey.
That could be like the sequel to Winifred Lopez.
Yes. Bronx Bombers.
Yo. Oh wait, hold on. Not yet.
You sound like you're really about to drop some knowledge for a second. The floor is yours.
Well,
bro.
I just want to say a couple quick things. So I saw a comment from C-Doc. What up, C-Doc? You're the king.
Hi, C-Doc.
He mentioned that
he mentioned
that the bells. Cymbals. Where's the cymbals? He mentioned
all over the place.
That the remix of Strange is really dope. The remixes for all three of the singles are all really dope. The only one that's on the album is the Recognized Thresholds remix. But the remix for Honey Dips and Strange are both super ill, and y'all should seek them out if you haven't found them. They're for sure on YouTube.
Yeah. Might I add, that this album we're reviewing right now is available for purchase digitally on iTunes, and I probably bet that there is a Bandcamp for it too.
I think it's on HHV also, if I'm not mistaken.
In support of the artist, just remember, you know, streaming don't really pay anything really. So if you really like what you hear and you want to at least put a little, you know, buy them a coffee, you can get the album, man.
Indeed. Before you jump into Bronx Bombers, I just want to make sure we got the order correct, because Old Man Jacob's Well is actually next.
If you're right. Actually, yeah, I knew there'd be some kind. Dude, how could we do an episode without some sort of technological?
Of course. But I want to make sure that one isn't overlooked, because it's probably the most unique song on the album and one of the most unique songs in hip hop at the time.
Turtles.
And also very disturbing. And even if you can't get with the subject matter and like suspend your sensitivities to just go into this fictional world that they paint for us, even if you can't get with that, god damn, the guitar and the bass line are so freaking dope on this song. Anyway.
Which reminds me, did you used to write in these, like the stenographer type of top flippers?
Yeah, a little bit. Man, I got all types of weird journals, man.
These were me and Prevail's like number one. They were like the pack anywhere, go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Used to fit in the pocket of a parka jacket. Man, yeah. Stand up. If anybody out there, you rappers out there and shit, you like to write on paper, don't sleep on the steno. This is the perfect size. Look at my hand. Look at the size of it. See? Compactual, satisfactual, sexual, hyperplexual.
Frickin' rappers.
Yeah. All right, so let's do this. Old Man Jacob's Well. Listen close to the lyrics. Raise your spirits.
How about the vocal effect?
Decipher.
It's drawing you in.
I'm in. Was this a Storcher?
Not that I can see. Props to D.
I got the cravings again of the wicked, addicted by the blood that floods from the ones I've inflicted. The pain upon the innocent and coming back to scare me in my mind. I kill to forget, the devil doesn't even dare me anymore. On my own, I stalk the park and the playground.
Devil doesn't even dare me anymore.
After dark, benchmarks the flurry. I feel it inside me as I fight to stop myself. Teardrops make things blurry. I know he's just a kid, but maybe I can save his soul from this evil world if I can take him to the hole.
Morgan.
I'm praying that God strikes me down before I take another life. I'm mumbling, fumbling with my knife. I gotta get him quick and take him back behind my shack. I'm walking upon the kid from the back. My name is Old Man Jacob, the man from the meadows, the man that no one really remembers.
Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, 14 souls well, and Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, 14 souls well, and Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, 14 souls well, and Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, 14 souls well, and Old Man
Mommy
Jacob's
and Daddy
well.
said to never, ever, ever talk to strangers. Even if they say they know us, don't even tell them what your name is. But I'm no punk because I got the kicks. I eat my spinach. I'm the fastest kid around and I got on my zips. It's kinda late to be out in the playground anyway. And plus there's no one left to play with. What would Mommy say? I'm a slick kid. I'll take the shortcut quick and get home before she leaves. I won't receive punishment. Walking through the bushes with my protection stick. I hear a whisper behind my back and there's a man smirking. Then he forked and spit.
It would be more as a toy, play with it. By the way, you remind me of my own son Leroy.
I began to dip. He threw this piece of metal at me, which kinda made me trip. He grabbed my feet and tied my hands up with masking tape. I hope he doesn't think what I'm thinking. God, don't let him rape. He took a sock and put it
Yo, this
in
is
my
bugged.
mouth. I felt the tear
Crazy.
dropping from his cheeks. I want my mommy. Where's the damn police?
Visceral.
Old Man Jacob's well, 14 souls well, and Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well,
Yeah.
14 souls well, and Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well, Old Man Jacob's well.
How do I not recall like the subject matter and the lyrics on this one? I mean, it's been a long time since I heard this.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This
Like no, there's been I haven't heard this in like 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time, man.
Musically,
Trip out. All right, hey.
musically, I think it's my favorite song on the album. Hard to
Yo,
say
the
that.
music's crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh, and the guitar solo at the end is just gorgeous.
Yeah, the guitar on this remind me of some watermelon and Easter hay type shit.
Yeah. Oh man, that is
when
one of
are we gonna do
Zappa's
Joe's
most
Garage?
beautiful. I'm down.
When are we gonna do Joe's Garage? Should we do that shit? Yo, we fucking people's heads up, man. Oh my god.
Oh,
Cyborg, give me that. Give me the chromium cub. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Dare us to just break format and just go straight Zappa for an episode.
We should. The devil doesn't even dare me anymore.
I like that line though.
Nobody's gonna show for me anymore. Oh, that's lyrics.
I like that.
Sorry.
Ah ha ha. Don Key says sounds like MCP pants.
Yeah, right. Yeah, anyway, this was the era of horrorcore. They dipped a toe in. Yeah, you got that right. This is Will. Is this Will?
Yeah.
This is Will. Is this Will? Yeah.
Man, your internet's getting all funky again.
Is it?
Just letting you know. You're totally freezing. You sound like Max Headroom right now.
Drink your Pepsi. Oh, check out the cuts on this one.
I'll check them. If you check this.
a party, y'all.
To the relaxation of the music, clap your hands and you feel alright. Pass me a mic, I'm in the mood to get open. Coming from the Bronx and I'll be on time. To the relaxation of the music, clap your hands and you feel alright. Cooling at the party with my Fabergé fruit, black ski goggles and my blue Puma suit, precise like a dagger, staggering when I'm nice. Greg O's good to go, flex love, I got the dice. Get down, boogie to the bank. I got the slow and go, and that's how we swing. One of the bros from the video, you can call me Mo and Gio. It's the flow go getter. I had it in the disco, didn't drink Cisco. I had water or ice, but the kid was nice. They had open mic that night, I came to rock a spike. The odds were against me, hit the boogie flight. I was on the solo, oh no, a duo, but you know that I can boogie. I treat the mic like a rookie. Come into my cipher, watch the other brothers keep it hyper, but I'm thinking I leave the mic stinking. During my debation, my name's Cornex. Greg says no, Flex says yes. I get up on the stage and I look up at the mask. My hands are on my juice, pardon me, could you ask me the mic? I'm in the mood to get open. Coming from the Bronx and I be on time. To the relaxation of the music. You feel alright. Pass me a mic, I'm in the mood to get open. Coming from the Bronx and I be on time. Move to the relaxation of the music. Clap your hands if you feel alright. Clap your hands if you feel alright. Yeah.
Hey, they shouted Canada.
I heard that.
Oakland,
Shit's
Canada,
so-
roughly the same size.
I know that shit always make me laugh when I hear like shouts out to Canada. It's like me being like, "Oh, guess what? I'm rapping. Shout out to the USA." You know? It's just to be specific,
Right. We should start doing
just
that.
just to narrow it down.
We should flip the paradigm and shout out like every Canadian city and then the USA on a song.
Tight. Oh man, water dog, saltwater taffy, baby.
Hold on.
I
I'm
know.
not ready.
You got shit to say. I want to hear what you had to say.
I'm not ready for that one yet.
You do it.
We talked about production. Most of the production on this album, some of it is handled by Boogiemonsters, but most of it is by D with an exclamation point. I don't know anything about him, so I did some Googling, and we talked about the Roots. The only other like credits I can find outside of Boogiemonsters are he had some contributions to the Things Fall Apart album. Which, you know, probably something to do with the Scott Storch connection, I'm guessing.
Get it?
But,
Can you not see the joke I'm making right now?
I don't get it. I'm looking everywhere on your screen, and I can't.
That's very pertinent information you just dropped. The nuggets right there.
I try to keep it relevant.
You keep it real.
Okay, so there are like cuts at the end of this song somewhere that I can't remember for some reason, but apparently they're by Lord Jazz. Maybe one time make it funky.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at the Don Key statement. This Prime Minister Carney. Yeah. Oh, what
and
a
everything
situation. Oh boy. We will not get into that.
That's a okay, but
hey, let's make it make sense for once. Anyway, all right. So,
yes, please.
Moving right along.
Saltwater Taffy might be my favorite song on the album. I don't know.
I'll be the judge of that.
There's a few contenders, but Scott Storch
I'll be the
does
judge
this thing
of
on
who
this
your
one.
favorite song. I'll be the judge of your favorite
Yeah,
song.
you tell me about me, okay?
Let me rip it to a slow jam. Let me rip it to a slow jam. Let me rip it to a
name.
Just like Andy Rubber, Michael Jackson was my hero. Bet the boogie got you banging. Oh, you was the one that this one, how your grandpops be slanging. Honey dips in this Walkman, whopping feeling fine. Rage, red locks, bag of slacks, the whole nine. It's the unconditional type of slang we must display. Bounce it off the gas until your stomach come to me. Whopping's tag was in session. I was on the mic. While your brother wore his do-rag, I was on the mic. If there was a show going on at night, I was on the mic. Whenever Jane called my name, I wasn't on the mic, but I was damn near close. And spiritually, you felt me. You should have felt the vibe. And yo, the way the joint held it was the bomb. Now I'm cheesing and pleasing the crowd. Piecing up a puzzle, got my horse in the muzzle. Taste the honey, now your mouth wet. Skin produces sweat. Your ears are like dynamite, explode from the bread of Boogiemonsters in your area. I'm under when you dome. Your sister bought the single, now this Boogie in your home. Slow jam, let the rip into a slow jam. Let the rip into a slow jam. Let the rip into a slow jam. Let me rip into a slow jam. Let me rip into a
The
slow
vibe, yo.
Let me rip into a slow jam. Let me rip into a slow jam. Slow jam. I'm coming for your mind. I'm coming with the rhyme. Oblivious to pain.
This is actually making me want to go back and listen to Do You Want More again.
Yeah.
That's
a great album.
Keep on studying the spirit and smiling through the rap. We gotta send a shout to our peeps across the land. Chewing saltwater, Taffy snapping with the band. Say hola, 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 hola. Hot damn, let me rip it to a slow jam, man. The Boogiemonsters on the route. My mellow, my man, my little mechanic,
Coming through you like water. In my physical form, I oughta tie my Timbs and grip my nuts, but then it'll be a slaughter. You can't run on the saltwater taffy. Sticking to your dentures. It's the adventures of the daffy. In this ocean.
There's definitely a plethora of like for the time flows on this project. I love it, you know.
Yeah.
Skibbity bip boop, skibbity bop boop. I love that shit. That shit is so tight, man.
No, not quite.
And you know, like you know, there's cats like there's like that Jersey-esque flow that seemed to like seep its way into different locales and regions.
Yeah.
You don't know what I know, the flavor of the hydro, the mayo, the guido, the cinco de mayo. You know, it's like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, basically.
And I'm not clowning. I'm just saying, like, there's you can feel it. You feel it. Fix vapor rub. You know what I'm saying? It's up in there. You don't know what I know. The high flow. You know what I'm saying?
There's a little of that comes from Yoda Red on his few verses on this album. We haven't heard any of them yet because he never seems to set it off on any of these songs. But
is this Will says at least they don't sound like WC.
Oh shit. I love WC.
Oh, you mean WC Fields? What?
Yeah, basically. Obviously. No, but there are some tonal isms in Yoda Red's stylings that actually remind me of Tajay. From
that's wow.
He's like, Yoda Red one, I fear none. You know, it's kind of when I don't know, when Tajay gets a little more rugged on some of his verses, there's like some sonic overlap with what Yoda
Shout out to Tajay. I seen him a couple weeks ago. Shout out to the whole clique. The whole clique is ill with it. Hell yeah.
He was gracious enough to hop in on one of our earlier episodes.
That's right, man. We like you back, sir.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Come through again. Yeah.
He's a good
guy. Real good guy. Yeah. Yeah.
So
David, sorry. I was yeah. Shit, where are we at? Oh yeah, we at 12, aren't we?
We're on the last official song of the album, which also happens to be the title track.
Yep. And then there's recognized thresholds of.
Yeah. Also, you know, we touched a little bit on the hippie influence. You know, some of
sure. We didn't touch too deeply. We should.
Not too much. the
Should've gone up there a
psychedelica and
little more.
yeah. Let me dig a little deeper into it. Let me insert further.
Speaking of, to say, I leave the microphone stinking. You got the worst visual, like microphone pranks. You know, I'm sure you've seen some of those on YouTube. Passing the stinky mic around for interviews and leave people being like, "Why does this mic smell like ass? Like, what could possibly have made it smell like ass?"
Right. But anyone who's ever been on an open mic, like they know that.
Oh boy!
Sometimes,
yeah, I got to tell you something. Let me little quick interjection here as we overlap. We have all encountered numerous times the one real stinky rapper, and I'll say this. Look, no, Dave, listen. Marijuana interacts and reacts with different bodies in different ways, and for some people it makes them stink to high fucking heck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can think back, there's like a handful of times where I've met like cats that it's like it's beyond just a weed smoke smell. It's beyond just a weed smoke smell. It's coming out of your eyes, the mouth, the orifices, the elbows, rubbing the elbows together and frolicking. The worst smell from here to claw.
Yeah, and it's like it's stale. It's not.
No, but stankin' too, like pure, like dragon's breath on steroids, man. Like smell you from a block away, and we ain't talking stank feet. People walking down the street until their feet stink. I got accountants out here handling big tanks. Oh, so
he doesn't say feet.
Slum Village. I think Slum Village performs here in Vancouver tomorrow. So shout out to those cats.
They were just in Toronto.
T3. Word up. They was in Toronto.
They was. A friend sent me a little clip. He was at the show. Yeah. Shouts to Gans. Shouts to Gans. Elegans.
Brady says, I don't like the smell of weed. Shout to what? Shout to what?
Shouts to the homie Gans Elegans.
Yo, shout to Gans, man. Okay, here we are, Riders of the Storm. We can just keep talking and man. All right.
Let's go.
Shut up now.
Whole gang of
Life is a ride, so come and take a stride with the next warrior of wind on the fire. Hey man, wait until they get a load of me, man. In my physical expansion, I be Yoda at the sea rider.
Oh, here's Yoda.
Storm in the left, no more boogie monster floor. Yoda crackling in the T-spawn and the lightning wand in my hand. My lasso which spit and tighten round the neck of thunder. And wonder on my mental surfboard and trade verses with the Lord. Watch me shake the foes and icicles from the dread and trip it to be fed, bringing life to the dead. Watch me burn the spirit of the rocket in the head. Yes, me, the deep sea dweller lays waiting in the shroud. The rising sun emerged from the cloud. Moon consume my mental man. Movement number 4, man. Yoda seeks the path. Yoda seeks the path.
Come and say enough of them a talk about competition. Enough of them a talk about Armageddon. And they say all them a talk about every other burn up in a pot. But none of them a talk about congregation. They say look with me forward, gunshot reverse. First hear the music, then you rehearse. I say what you want, like one of them young children in the first born. And when he comes to earth and he's born, name him the Jedi. If to be walk,
break the bones of the past. I swarm like a banshee, my name we be the storm riders coming from the body of the sea. Tis infuriating to witness us coming from the dust and form. Metamorphosis plus I am the emperor of my organs. Stuck in the time show, mastering my beats. You can hit me in the showdown. Check your dialect, expedition of the fittest. Survival of the weak, all I see is emeralds, white knights. And concentrate on my saber tooth skill. It's cutting niggas like a knife.
This is like they're spontaneous.
Word. But it ain't 13 MCD.
I think it's only 9.
That's funny you say that. Is this Will says this could have been on time.
Nah. That felt Far-Side-ish to me.
Yeah.
I'm falling. I'm falling.
He sounded like E, like Daryl Run DMC D. That flow.
Oh, okay.
DMC.
And I ride through any weather cause I'm meta. What them I gonna do me try sever. Red hair from the witness.
Clever because I wear my leather in the winter.
Like this or like that. Say lippy Lucas how we rap. A jar will come chat. When this is at the edge on me. That me let go talk on me chap in the chap. While badness and everything. Taking it subsequently red test. Yo, play. From the jacket to the boogie to the bizarre. Extreme as it seems. The ride is the who we are. And now I'm being chased for the
My man.
of the land. You man from the sun.
Yeah, I can see that.
We got drop is a record. I gotta let the next track come. What's the music? What's the what's the road? The vibe with my joke. Selassie, I assist the book so as with her so unique. To take heed to this to breathe the fever smoke. Rastafari poets like Solomon and Leslie. Take no one to test at the monster. From the hill, I will drop arrow like the little block. Switch the pitch, show the blow, then hit the show bang. Slang bang. I'm the man with the behind that I sang. Has shoes like to pop when the rock's loose. I'm not tracks like a runner.
Would you ever be up for doing like Rascals Cash Crowd?
Hell yes, I would. 100%. 100%. Is this Will said something that I'm getting a kick out of? What if all the other features are just them doing different voices and styles? Like
I seen that. I seen that.
That's fun.
I seen that, man.
So this features a bunch of MCs whose names I don't know, but I'm going to read them off in case people do know them. Ajaru, Baba Wisdom, Basic, to be sure, not the Basic from Living Legends, Cosmic Ray, and Extreme. Don't know him, but it's a fun song.
Don't know him, but it's a good song. Oh, man. Hey, man, you know.
You fuzz.
Because let's face it, man. Like, if you was like, okay, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's face it, man. If you were lucky enough, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just facing it.
All right.
I'm coming to terms.
Oh, man. Well, look, if you were lucky enough to have, like, you know, be like an unknown MC and a crew that you know or whatever gives you a spot on the album, bro, you better have used that slot wisely, man, to shine, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man.
I think we've talked about this a couple times. Like, this is your moment, you know?
That's oh boy. Because let's face facts, man. Back in the day, you didn't have the opportunity to just hop on an internet and just be like, here's some music or whatever. Not that, I mean, you can't polish a turd no matter how hard you try anyway. Like, you know, there's a lot of crap.
But, you know, a lot of cats freaking made their careers because of those little launching pads. I mean, you think about like the first time you heard Pep Love on another, you know, Hyro album, like, and I don't know about you, I was waiting for the Shaman to drop, which it never did, but like that was Pep Love and J Biz.
Sure,
for those who don't know.
Well, how about when you first heard, when you heard Keith Murray's verse on Eric Sermon's first solo LP, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Or OC on Fudge Pudge.
OC on Fudge Pudge.
Or like Nas on Live at the Barbecue. I mean, you know, like shit.
Yeah, Back to the Grill Again, whatever.
Back to the Grill Again too. Yeah, definitely.
Back to the Grilligans Island. Okay. Oh wait, are we done? Or we got any more? Are we done?
Well, no.
finished?
So the remix of the single is probably worth because it's included on the album. And
Okay,
here's
here's a little taste of it.
As if the original
Quiet
wasn't mellow
Storm.
enough.
Quiet.
It is Quiet
Storm. Yeah. Ripples, eating pickles, gone ripples.
I can see your only eyes locked into your skull. My backbone is stone, and when I roam, my mind is full. Guess who? I'm swooping through the air like pestilence. I know your nerves are shot, and skin is tight from my presence. Got the aura of a gazelle and roll like an ox. I linger in the air and make my vocals bust shots to your dome. I'm thicker than the junkie's nostrils. One king, the membrane of the party, nucleus of the brain. The cytoplasma is getting fatter as it grows. An expansion of the growth, so blow the trash out the nose, dig within. Your mental will ascend upon arrival of the truth and spiritual. You hear it, nigga, you'll get loose. So like the wicked, let's get busy like a stick and TNT. Got over by the threshold and take it back to the sea. Who can it be? Entering the party. Come and grab the microphone, come and move my body.
Well, I came through the door. I said it before. I never let the stress get me down anymore. So as we walk through the threshold, the snakes hit the grass. I bought on supervision, shakes lips, we get to mass. Do the blast is the format of the rap specs to skip. No prevention.
Yeah, I like this remix, but the album, the first version, way better.
Yeah. But this remix has a really, really dope guitar solo on it.
Well, there you're gonna have to just find out. All you guys, you have to find out for yourself.
And I think it
you know why? Because I got to take a shit.
I think it bookends the album Love Lily. Love Lily.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you guys liked it.
You make me laugh, guy.
They did another album a few years later, and it has a decidedly very different sound, but worth checking for.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And I don't think we heard. I mean, Vex has put out a certain amount of solo stuff, and I think he has another. He has formed a group with another cat and called it Boogiemonsters 2. I admittedly have not delved into the catalog, so I can't speak on it.
No,
I love knowing that he's making music, man.
We have not.
I don't know about the other cats though. I don't know about Mondo.
I don't either.
So,
and we have not done Coast to Coast by the Alcoholics, and there's a good chance we won't, because we you know, saying that album got a lot of light.
That had their biggest hit.
Hey-o. What are you doing? Hey, what? Huh?
It's a 9:30 alarm. It's 9:30, everyone.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I think we've said everything we need to say.
Probably, but keep the suggestions coming, because while we might not do Coast to Coast, even though I love that album so much, we might do another Alcoholics album,
or we might even just fuck around and do Coast to Coast
because there's so many isms to discuss.
So
pertaining to that album, a plethora.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any final things you'd like to say?
Not particularly. I'm very happy we did this record. I still love it. I think it still holds up today.
I will probably spend some more time with it, give it some more spins and shit. I did enjoy the trip down memory lane.
30 years later, y'all.
Yeah.
30 years later.
C-Doc, peace.
Peace, C-Doc. Peace, everybody. Love you all.
I have one more important thing that I must say. I really need to get this off my chest.
Please do.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. It wouldn't be the same if it was just me and Sai just out here talking and no back and forth replies. So we appreciate everybody who's joining in live. Spread the word, man. Get your friends in on this. Let's make a cipher out of it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going bigger. Shout out to Channel Zero for letting us be here. It's C-Doc again, and we are out like shout. Peace.
Much love, y'all. Parse.
Yeah.